Well, joining us now is Flexport founder and CEO Ryan Petersen. Ryan, it's great to have you back on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Happy late Thanksgiving.
So I want to start right there. Why is this such a challenging period? What are you watching the most closely?
Well, it's an interesting moment because Thanksgiving is a little bit later this year. Of course, today's Black Friday, biggest shopping day of the year, and Monday, Cyber Monday. Usually that happens earlier in the year, with Thanksgiving being so late into November this year. So for one, you've got a much shortened holiday shopping season. Brands responded by launching their sales earlier. So we're actually seeing a big lift in year-over-year sales over the last week because folks, pulled their sales forward, which is unusual. I think the reason that this is so challenging is not so much like how sales are going to go right now. I think actually all the signals look pretty bullish for today's Black Friday and through the end of the year. It's really about the stress on supply chain that's coming up and these logistics managers, supply chains inside of companies having to keep this in the back of their mind that we may have new tariffs coming down the pipeline. This port strike is a big deal, January 15th being the deadline, just 5 days before the inauguration. Whether or not they get that resolved, if we don't, you're going to see a lot of chaos on the East Coast as those ships get stuck waiting offshore with everybody's goods.
And I'm glad you brought up this looming port strike deadline, because it's my sense, at least publicly, I haven't heard anything from the Trump administration taking a position on this, on whether they would step in to try and negotiate, or whether the Biden administration is going to step in and try to negotiate, or they're just going to let workers and the ports figure it out themselves. So do you have an expectation about how that could play out?
It's a really big open question. So what we did see was back in October, during the height of the campaign, Trump did put out a statement really taking the union side in the negotiation. But of course, he's also brought on Elon Musk as one of his major advisors, and Elon's been very not necessarily anti-union, although you might be able to say that, but really anti this union stance on automation. And Elon obviously is a big supporter of robotics and automation, and that it would apply to the ports too. So I think at this point, it's sort of a question of who does Donald Trump listen to as he takes office, and even beforehand, right? This negotiation needs to happen before he's even in office. But it's who does he listen to? Is it which branch of thinking does he subscribe to at this point?
Are we going to see a big inventory build? Are shippers and retailers and others trying to get as much in as they can ahead of this deadline for the port strike, and ahead of anticipation that you could start to see higher tariffs on goods coming from China?
The interesting thing, well, you have it ahead of the port strike is one thing. All science, intuition would tell you, yeah, you got to get your goods in before that hits. We don't see it in the data. I think companies have largely anticipated that port strike back in October and did pull a lot of inventory in earlier, and have also shifted supply chains to flow through the West Coast instead of the East. So we saw that earlier in the year, and that trend continues. We haven't really seen a big change ahead of January 15th. As for the tariffs, yes, every time there's a tariff, people race to get goods in. It's a little unclear exactly what timing of the tariffs will be, as well as which countries they will apply to. Of course, we saw last week Trump announcing that he would put tariffs on Canada and Mexico, but it was also a good example of, well, using tariffs for political goals, not necessarily economic ones, that he was really talking about illegal immigration and fentanyl and other drugs flowing through the borders, and sort of using the tariffs as a mechanism to put pressure on these countries to stop other issues. So that's probably worrisome for a lot of brands who are saying, well, it's not even about economics. It's about something else that's totally outside their control.
And it does seem like conversations with leaders in Canada and Mexico have been, at least based on what's been reported in the last couple of days, pretty constructive around some of these dynamics with immigration versus tariffs. So how are you counseling shippers that you're working with right now? And as you do handle all of this real-time data through this lens of transportation and logistics and goods moving across the globe, what is it telling you about the state of the U.S. economy, the global economy, and how we're poised for 2025?
Yeah, I mean, the brands we work with, and we're one of the largest freight forwarders and logistics companies in the world now, and the brands we work with are actually doing pretty well. Like I said, 13% growth year over year for the same store. You might call it same store, same customers growing their delivery volume. So that looks pretty healthy. What we've also seen is a shift that's gone on for over a decade of moving production out of China into other parts of the world. We ship goods to and from 147 countries year to date. So we're ready to help people with that readjustment. Largely what we're trying to do is help companies be agile. That is the key word in logistics, is be ready for whatever uncertainty and even chaos that the world throws at you. And you got to be whoever's best at responding to that change will have a competitive advantage. So that's what we're trying to do, is help these companies with great technology people expertise to make it happen.
Okay. Ryan Petersen, great to have you on, founder and CEO of Flexport. Thank you.
Thank you.